Hello and welcome again. It's Lucy from Inclusive Change and Inclusive Change at Work. You can see my website down there. That's where my fingers are, right in front of my face. Great to be here again. So, if you're listening to us, great to be in your ears. And if you're watching us, great to be on your screens. I'm talking to a whole lot of people during March because I'm going to be talking to an even more lot of people. That's terrible grammar. I'm going to be talking to lots more people in April. And on the 24th of April this year in 2024, I'm going to be down in Devon. So I'm going to be down at the West Country Business Summit talking about change, talking about diversity and visioning in the workplace. Who knew, hey? Now, I'm doing that with a good friend and somebody that I've known for a while through a whole range of different things, but we met through a business event. And that person is Mark Walters from Mark's Get Set. So hi Mark, how you doing?
Hi, Lucy. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, really good. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, great.
fantastic. Mark, we were having a little chat beforehand, okay? And I was going to say, hey, let's talk about this, that, and the other, but let's get straight into the first question. Mark, tell us a bit about you and tell us a bit about what you do and down in Devon.
Yeah, so I'm down here in Exeter in the heart of the Southwest, and we set up Marks Get Set probably about 4 years ago now. And I've been doing PR and business consultancy for probably on and off 20 years in different forms and guises, and put my name on the front. And proud to do that. And we've kind of grown the business ever since.
I
And
love
now
your
we've,
name, Mark's
yeah,
Get
it's
Set
great.
is a great name, isn't it?
Yeah, and it really does encapsulate what we do and helping small businesses and medium-sized all over the southwest. So from Bristol down to Land's End, we're doing what we can. Yeah,
So I mentioned earlier about a business summit, the West Country Business Summit. I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be speaking on the 24th of April. Tell me a bit and tell everybody else a bit about this summit. What's it about?
so the business summit is a fantastic concept that I had after a breakfast at the Pig in April last year, where
Whoa. Hang on a minute. Hang on a
there you go.
minute. Did you say
I'll tell
breakfast
you what.
with a pig or breakfast at the pig?
No, very good question. Yeah, so there's a brilliant location near Bath and Bristol. There's a restaurant and hospitality venue called the Pig, and they are
Right.
dotted all over the southwest. And they are in, I said, the Bristol Bath. They're in Cornwall, and they're also in Giddisham, which is very near Exeter. And they're
Right.
an
Okay.
amazing venue and well worth checking out wherever you are in the southwest. And it really occurred to me that actually it would be nice to have something that drew people in to the fantastic kind of venue and scenic vista that is the West Country and in that part of the world, and to show people what we can do and what business is all about. So yeah, so I put the best West Country Business Summit together with Ben Williams, was our first keynote speaker, who is
Yep.
a ex-Marine and owns a company called Lupin, which is an AI inspired but very, very brilliant business tool for lots of other businesses in the whole of the UK and in the world now. Just spoken
I'm
in
going to look that
California.
up.
You're very good. Yeah, he's brilliant. And then your good self, Lucy, is
Yep.
going to come along and do a fantastic piece. And then the list just grew and grew because we got lots of interest from other people that wanted to come and talk. And there's going to be some brilliant food on offer. There's going to be an exclusive tour of the gardens and how they actually operate such a fantastic venue. And it's just a really nice thing to spend a Wednesday in April enjoying yourself and seeing some fantastic inspirational keynotes.
Wow. So, okay. So you told us a little bit about Ben. What
So
about Adrian, Chris, and Jeremy?
So Ben's written the book on mindset, so that was a no-brainer for me, really. Commando
Yeah.
mindset and the experiences that kind of make that happen. Adrian Brown is a brilliant change management specialist, probably one of the best in the UK, and is really switched on about helping hospitality business and you as well, I know. So there's lots of other kind of angles from that. Chris Charles is the hotel director at the Pig in the Coombe, and is really kind of talking about how they do sustainability and use local sourced food and how their gardens are actually in the Pig themselves, actually come from garden to plate, that amazing journey that they have. And Jeremy Grove is part of Sibley Grove, who is one of the best interior design businesses in Devon, and they do lots of things. The end-to-end life cycle of design. So in the cradle to cradle is what it's called. And disassembly is a really interesting kind of concept in interior design at the moment. So
I've
yeah,
not
she'll be
heard
there
that
talking.
phrase. I've not heard that phrase before, cradle to cradle.
Yeah. So it very simply encapsulates what it is to design from that point. So you always sustainability throughout the process. And it's a
Wow.
really interesting way of doing things. But there's some amazing projects they work in around the world. So they do some really, really interesting bits. Well worth it
So,
coming along and finding out more.
well, I was going to say, how can people find out more?
So all they have to do is, there you go, West Country Business Summit. If you Google that, and it will come up very, very quickly. It should be available, or you can search for it on Eventbrite as well, and it will also be available that way. So we're also working with 9 Trees, which is a great organization to make the trip to the event sustainable. So you can either
So tell me,
go on.
who are 9 Trees? Tell me a bit more about 9 Trees.
So 9 Trees are a CIC business which help create biodiverse woodland and copses and lots of other things in the UK, and
Wow.
help create and balance your carbon footprint. And I'm really passionate about that whole environmental side of things. And we've partnered with them because we want to keep the footprint of the West Country Business Summit as sustainable as we can with all the topics that we're covering on that day. So it's a really nice kind of thing to do. And I said, you can either add it onto the event itself, you can do a week's worth of carbon offsetting, or not offsetting, it's balancing, and lots of other things as well. So it's a really nice touch that we've added in.
That is a super nice touch, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the day, tickets, do you need to pay? Is it what's the
It's a
the
very
deal
good
for
one. So early
delegates?
bird tickets are available now. They're
Yes.
£55 for the event, and
Yeah.
that obviously gets you all the fantastic hospitality, tickets with also all the keynotes, the exclusive tours. And if you're coming down from further afield and come to Exeter St David's, we are arranging transport by arrangement only, but we can arrange transport to the event if you needed to. So there's a nice kind of touch on that side of things. So if you're in
Nice.
Bristol, Bath, or wherever you may be, then that's
Yeah.
possible.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds amazing. What was the spark for this idea? What made you think, yeah, I'm going to do this?
It's something I've always wanted to do. It kind of grew from a seed that I wanted to do something different that I hadn't seen in the West Country of this scale, and talking with experts from different fields that have a common denominator, which is sustainability and visioning and mindset, but actually come from lots of different industries. So I think it was important to do something a little bit different. There's a lot of business breakfasts, there's a lot of events that happen all the way out through the Southwest, but there's not a lot of summits that focus on the topics we're covering. The innovation, the connection that people are going to have on the day is really going to be unique to the West Country.
I know there's a lot of community interest companies, non-profits around Devon and Cornwall, but particularly Devon. And I think, from my own point of view, I come from that point of view of a community interest company. So Inclusive Change at Work is a community interest company. And I think the lessons we can learn and the things we can help other people who truly want to do good. Most of the reasons why we set up a non-profit is because we want to do good, and we're a little bit fed up of the way that big business goes, and working for the shareholders kind of thing.
Interesting. I think it's a really fascinating synergy that you see a lot of big business do things a certain way and think it can't affect your business because you're a certain size or whatever it may be, or you're in the West Country and this happens in London and New York and wherever else you may be. But actually, there's a lot of things happening down here which we're at the cutting edge. You only have to look to Cornwall for the space program. You have to look to Bristol for all the other bits that happen in Bristol and the Future Leap and all the other things that happen. Exeter's got a fantastic university and science park. There really is some really fascinating things that are happening down there and cutting edge, and it's nice to celebrate that. So it's good to kind of get involved. And anybody that would love to come along, it would be great to see you.
That'd be fantastic. I am so looking forward to talking with you, and talking with the audience there. I know I'm going to be talking about diversity in the workplace. I haven't quite planned it yet, so if anybody's got any questions and they want to send them my way, let me know. I mean, Adrian, you mentioned Adrian earlier, and I have met Adrian in the past myself. Is there anything that you can tell us about perhaps what some of the other speakers will be doing, Adrian and Chris and Jeremy and Ben?
Yeah, I think what's important really is April's going to be the start of the business year for most people, and we really want to be inspired by the talks that are happening. We really want to kind of set ourselves up for the next 12 months. It's about visioning, it's about mindset, it's about getting yourself ready for the next part of your business, whether that's growth, whether that's innovation, or whatever you kind of business needs in that time frame. So and I think Lucy and all the other key speakers that are there are really championing those kind of topics. Sustainability is something that affects every business now. It's not just a tick box. It really is something that is in the DNA of the West Country. And it's something that we can celebrate really as a pioneering thing that we can all be a part of, whatever size and business we run. So it's a really nice thing to be a part of, and to have founded something that hopefully we can celebrate every year with different places and really galvanize the West Country together. And
what is your mission out of this? Where do you want to take this? Apart from, we can do this every year, where else do you want to go?
That's a very good question. Yeah, at the moment, I'm looking for 25. We're planning ahead already. We're doing stuff later in 24 as well. So the September time of this year, there might be something going on. But yeah, there's lots of plans at the moment afoot. It's going to be really exciting. I mean, Mark's Get Set, as I started 4 years ago now with a very simple premise that I wanted to make business owners rock stars and, give them the tools they needed to story tell and curate their business in a way that probably hasn't been seen in the UK for very much in the last 10 years or plus probably. So we've really achieved that with a lot of companies that we work with, and the West Country Business Summit is really doing that for a region and really pioneering a different way of thinking that hopefully we can kind of perforate into the next few years as things grow.
Well, I can certainly say, I mean, I've worked with you for probably about 3 of those years. Actually, we've known each other because let's just say we met when we were on a business accelerator program with the NatWest Bank, and that kind of brought us together in terms of we were both small businesses on that program, but we ended up doing some work together as a result. And I can say that helped, and that pushed me towards where we are today, and the way in which I do things, particularly online and in the digital space.
Yeah, I think there's lots of different accelerators in the UK. I think NatWest do a very good job of pioneering with entrepreneurs and business startups in that way. And yeah, it was something I'd been wanting to do before the business actually got going. I started off doing a business builder, that's what they used to call it, where I could get the tools and understand the process a bit better, and then started looking at the accelerator in more kind of serious as the years went by. But it really gave me really good footing, and still to this day allows the business to really grow and increase with lots and lots of different tools that they give you to help you run it.
So, Mark, we've been talking about the West Country Business Summit. Going to be down in Exeter in April, on April the 24th. Just to round up and make sure I've got all my details right and that I turn up to the right place on the right day, because quite frankly, I have been known to be in the wrong place on the wrong day, or the right place on the wrong day. Just round it up for me. Let me know where we're going to be, how much the tickets are, and how to find out more information.
Nice and easy. West Country Business Summit. Google it. It will come up really quickly for you. It's available on Eventbrite. If you want to go to marksgetset.com, it's also available there, all the details. and it's going to be on the 24th of April. Starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going to run through, have some fantastic pastries and Owen's coffee, which is fantastic local coffee. We're going to have some fantastic speakers. Lisa Smith is really good. And then we're going to have a tour. I know, right? Then we have a fantastic tour of the gardens and see how it kind of works and how it translates that local food to plate and the sustainability of how they do things. Then we're going to have a bit of lunch, enjoy some networking, seeing who's there. And then Jeremy Grove is going to give our final keynote about sustainability and design to disassembly and all the kind of amazing things that are happening in the design world at the moment. And yeah, it's gonna be a great time and really easy to book on. Early bird tickets are available now and start from £55. So bargain, really, all those kind of other things that are happening on the day.
And the lunch and the breakfast, yes.
Yeah, really, really good. So well worth coming along. And anybody's got any questions, just Google West Country Business Summit and contact details are on there. If you've got any further questions, then let me know.
Brilliant. Amazing. I'm just going to run through those speakers again. So you've got myself, Lucy Smith, you've got Ben Williams, Adrian Brown, Chris Charles, and Jeremy Grove.
Perfect.
So I am looking forward to seeing you in April. So April the 24th, I will be there. Do not worry. I'll make sure I'll get there on the right day. And I may even have a speech prepared. Who knows, hey?
Yeah,
Thanks, Mark.
To it. You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Mark.
Bye now.
Cheers. Right. We're going to say goodbye and look out for me next time. Lucy from Inclusive Change at Work. We're at icaw-cic.com/home. That's our new website for Inclusive Change at Work, or you can simply Google Inclusive Change. You will probably find us. And Mark from the West Country Business Summit. Great to hear from you, Mark, and I look forward to seeing you soon.